and welcome back to some more You Don't Know Jack the Rewrite. My name is WW Dadman, you already know that. Let's get into the next one. New episode of your favorite TV show has unexpectedly been premiered. What? Oh.
Let me offer you a warm welcome to the rewrite. There's just one of you. Don't worry. There's just one of me too.
Yeah.
Are you new to the rewrite?
Nope.
The team will be pleased. They're quite tired of having to spell everything out to all those newbies. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but just in case, here are your buzzers. I am required to inform you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games. Please wait until the elevator has come to a full stop before you disembark.
Wait, you can disembark before it goes... before it stops? What is this?
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. And now, from the broadcast booth to the recording booth, here's Sam Feely.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to let some overpriced phys ed class interrupt my regularly scheduled programming. If I really wanted to watch a bunch of meatheads bang each other's skulls together until they lose the ability to complete a coherent thought, I'd just sit outside Clark's. Are you ready for some football? Of course you're not. Let's play some You Don't Know Jack instead, my rowdy friends.
Why is the Super Bowl thing
Something. It's a living. Here's the category.
Censored.
I'll be back after this 10-minute commercial break. The NFL is notoriously litigious about unauthorized use of the phrase Super Game. Oh, cool. Thanks for proving my point. Then it feels like using terms like unalive and segs to circumvent autocensors on social media. And on that note, which of these is not a superb owl? Duo, the Duolingo mascot, Tobias from Animorphs, Woodsy, the U.S. Forest Service mascot, or Hedwig from the Harry Potter novels? Tobias morphs into a red-tailed hawk, not an owl.
Yeah.
And then he gets stuck in that form, much like we are stuck in an endless cycle of Chiefs Super
The last game
appearances. Hit your buzzer to... Well, you fumbled the bag, as the kids say. Here's the category.
You know
No
what?
soap commercial for you. Here's the pitch. Which of these brands would least likely buy an ad on the Super Bowl? Health Valley, Progresso, Bigelow, or Campbell's?
I have no idea.
Transaction declined. Bigelow makes tea, not soup. Although
None
I've
of these
never liked
brands
hot tea or
exist
any
here.
hot drinks. It's supposed to be good for my dulcet tones, but the only thing I want to be on fire when I'm calling a game is my team's offense.
Pick a value. Will our mystery guest enter and sign in, please?
Worse economic decisions than trading Luka Doncic. Even the most militantly committed sports ball haters will still watch the Super
Big Showdown.
for the commercials. The most expensive ads imaginable, completely losing the plot of what their goods and services are supposed to be, and sometimes a self-inflicted death sentence. Which of these companies used a comedian famous for creating comically disastrous scenarios as a spokesman for a
The Gridiron Finale.
ad, then went out of business by the end of that same year? Pets.com, FTX, Quibi, or Enron?
I don't know any of these.
Drop those F's in the chat, boys.
It couldn't have played out any more like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm if they did it on purpose. Dubbed retroactively the funniest
The Big Finale.
commercial in history by sports media blog Awful Announcing, Larry David says, I don't think so.
Okay, friendo, how much I hope you tip your delivery drivers more than that. Your category is...
I don't know either the fucking...
Wait, there's a football game on during the
The championship face-off.
Is
as
there-
a prize. Which of the following Super Bowl ads actually made
Hey!
it to air? Mickey Rooney burying his ass for Airborne, a sad assembly robot committing suicide for GM, women being seduced by produce for PETA, or an ad for the affair dating site Ashley Madison? Say what you will, but if you think about it, this is the kind of ad any company would do if it had the balls to try it. During Super Bowl 41 in 2007, General Motors really did run an ad featuring a quality-obsessed GM assembly robot who screws up on the job, gets fired, and jumps off a bridge before realizing it was all a dream. So enjoy the big game, everyone, and please buy a Chevy Blazer EV.
I mean, I like that you
Talk to me,
forgot
kiddo.
to censor Super Bowl in that one.
Well, isn't this a blast from the past?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The category for this when did happen question is...
Swiftly moving on to the next one.
You know what you're doing, right? Figure out if the bottom event took place before the top event, after it, or not. Then buzz in when that answer is lit. All right, clock in. Let's play.
Well, with the Kansas City Chiefs in
The grand finale.
yet again, be prepared for the gratuitous cutaways to Travis Kelce's girlfriend Taylor Swift watching from a luxury suite until it all comes crashing down, like all of her past relationships. And on that note, Taylor Swift releases We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Death.
I have no
taxes,
idea what
Jesus,
year that
the
was.
Game.
and Taylor Swift's relationships going down the toilet. History doesn't repeat itself, but it frequently rhymes. Now let's look at some famous breakups that have already happened. Ariana Grande releases Thank You Next after breaking up with Pete Davidson.
That was after.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez break up for the first time.
Before?
Montenegro declares independence from Serbia.
After? That was before.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez break up for the second time.
After?
South Sudan declares independence from Sudan.
After? Really? Oh, that never did. Really? That was before. I don't fucking know about fucking
Aaron Rodgers of
African
Phillies
politics.
declares independence from his leg in his New York Jets debut.
I have no earthly idea. Can you go to the third one after getting the other
Ben
two?
Affleck and Jennifer Lopez break up for the third time.
Yeah, never.
That's all she wrote.
Now, don't say I didn't warn you, Travis. Tay-Tay could cheat on you with your brother and seize all your assets during the game, and Swifties would still find a way to pin the blame on you.
What?
Well, you're in first place, that's for sure. I wouldn't complain about it. Here's the category.
I'd wager that for $1. You know how before the
The football spectacle.
or other sports championship, the mayors of the team's home cities will wager something like some kind of famous local snacks? Suppose the mayors of Philadelphia and Kansas City decide not to default to cheesesteaks and barbecue and instead wager some other famous things from their respective cities. Which of these pairs would most likely be on the line? Heinz ketchup and Starbucks coffee, one of Mr. Rogers' sweaters and one of Bill Nye's coats, box sets of Home Improvement and Superstore, or Burt Bacharach and Meek Mill albums. The late pianist
that
and
that
record
was a-
producer Burt Bacharach
that-
was
that-
born
that
in
was a
Kansas
spot-on
City,
impression.
and rapper Meek Mill is from Philadelphia. Late pianist. Hope that's not Taylor Swift's nickname for Travis Kelce. Moving right on to... Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting trophies. Take your seats, the show's about to begin. Suppose the NFL replaced the Vince Lombardi Trophy with the Vince Guaraldi Trophy. Which MVP would most likely win it? Most valuable psychologist, most valuable painter, most valuable pianist, or most valuable priest?
Pianist.
Oh, so that's Tay-Tay's nickname for Travis. Vince Guaraldi was a jazz pianist who composed the Charlie Brown theme and the score for animated TV specials like A Charlie Brown Christmas. The NFL tried to do a Peanuts TV special, but no one really wanted to watch something called It's a Grade 2 Concussion, Charlie Brown.
Allow me to introduce...
You belong with me, metaphorically. Can we go back to the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce thing? There's a rumor going around that says Travis will propose to Taylor after the game. Say Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift, but he makes a modest proposal based on Jonathan Swift's famous essay. If Tay-Tay says yes, yes, what will they most likely do? Sell their children to Oscar Mayer, topple Europe's governments for America, exterminate all men, or admit that Francis Bacon wrote Bad Blood?
I have no idea.
A Modest Proposal is a satirical essay published in 1729 in which Jonathan Swift explains how poor Irish families could alleviate their economic troubles by selling their children to the rich as food. I know that sounds dark, but it would make that jingle funnier. My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. No, literally, it's made of my son, Oscar.
Buzz in for the buck. Bonsai hearing. Wait, this is from the Japanese version of the game, so in English, this must be... Oh, wow, splendid, gibberish. Let me guess, we still have the growling Rottweiler sound effects with these too? Because these are about as intimidating as a golden retriever puppy. The real gibberish category is...
Take penicillin after exposure to gibberish questions.
Remember, speed's the key. The less time you take, the more cash at stake.
Okay, tell me what famous saying this rhymes with. Rhyme flowing through quiz? P curled. And ignore the punctuation, but not those symptoms. It's a commercial slogan. Call J.G. Wentworth. It's a commercial slogan featuring the winners of
The Big Showdown.
the military-industrial complex. Where are you going after your big win? I'm gonna go take a leak if you haven't figured it out by now.
I have no idea.
Patrick Mahomes, you and the Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super
The Big Game.
Bowl. What are you gonna do now? Rhyme flowing through quiz be curled. You're going to Disney World? Why would you do that to yourself after the meat grinder that is an NFL season? Between the never-ending lines, the overpriced tickets, food, and hotels, and the fact that it's in Florida, if I won
the championship face-off,
I'm going to take a 5-month nap. Wake me up when training camp starts.
Right. Gotcha. Okay, coming up.
Shouldn't we have started here in the first place? Well, we've covered everything about the big game, but it still feels like something's missing. Man, I hate that feeling. What the hell could it be? Cover the
big game.
Commercials, the cities that are playing, the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift rumors. Oh, I know what we forgot. The coin toss. Is it too late to start the game over? Assuming you have a 50-50 shot of winning a coin toss, which technically you don't, but that's for another game.
Yeah.
Which of these events is the closest to the same chance of happening? Shaquille O'Neal making a free throw, Tom Brady reaching the Super Bowl, Germany reaching the FIFA Men's World Cup final, or the United States winning the FIFA Women's World Cup? Shaq made free throws at a 52.8% clip during his NBA career.
That's the only one that made sense.
50-50 odds of a coin flip than any of these other events. But there's a 100% chance of the entire city of Philadelphia will be ashes
censor
by
the Super Bowl in the answer.
Win. And probably if they lose too.
How many times are you allowed to say Super Bowl in one episode without getting sued?
For this clue, I'm gonna have to employ my public address announcer voice. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, I can do that. Ladies and gentlemen.
You'll just have to imagine Alan Roach's voice in your head from here. Good luck.
Quarterback footage. Fuck if I know! I'm literally just gonna fucking not even read the questions anymore. And of course fucking Sam would be the fucking host for this one, because this is literally the sports floor. But it's just American football. I'm not even gonna read. I have absolutely no earthly idea about any of this.
Alright, while I wait for a cop to run a field sobriety test on you after that attack, let's see the carnage. Bruh, I have no words. Just get the f out of my face.
That's what I'm telling you. We're making a fucking episode about the fucking Super Bowl, of all things. Either way, I'll see you in the next one. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and my name is WW Deadman. Bye.